I'm freaking hungry for more. I have about 8 days left until I go to China, and then I won't be able to do calisthenics for about 20 days, let's say, about this. And this is not what I'm worrying about. I'm not really worried about the fact that I won't be able to practice calisthenics for about 3 weeks. It's more that I would be pissed to not have been able to push myself to the fullest before going and flying out to China. And the first reason I may not be able to do this is completely my fault. Like, it's Wednesday, and on the weekend I've done so much shit, whether it's with my sleep, with food. I had an eating disorder crisis, and it screwed things quite hard with my body and just my overstress that I had, that my body has to deal with. So this is this is where we are. And so this is the first point. The second, let's talk a bit. Up. Maybe for once I will be able to explain my whole situation in a clear way. That would be really nice. So it's been 1 month and a half, soon 2 months, is that I'm coached by Adrian. And we could have done one cycle, which goal was to define to some extent to which type of training I was reacting the most. I wouldn't be able to explain you really precisely how it works, but we human react differently to certain kind of trainings when it comes to harvesting strength. And in my situation, we are not only in strength, we are also in strength endurance, or something like so, like being able to do hold and presses after hold and presses, being able to do push-ups after the effort of hold presses and push-ups. This is a different kind of strength. It's not just harvesting the maximal strength you can employ. And so we could test one certain approach in the first cycle, and the first cycle helped us to define a second approach on the second cycle. We are at the middle and end of the second cycle, and there are high chances we found the right way, like how things works on me in trainings during this second cycle. But we also find out how much volume I can tank when it comes to training before reaching this kind of limits in which I was just too tired and my body was just not able to take the volume of training in order to convert it in progress. I hope that was clear. So it's been a certain amount of time that I'm just tired and I'm at my edge when it comes to this specific topic, like the amount of volume that I can tank and my recuperation. So I just have for now to wait and do what I can do, and hopefully things will get in order. The way we work with Adrian is that for the remaining days until I go to China, I have the free will to decide which type of session I'm going to do. Not only based on my feelings, but also on my intuitions. I know that there are periods in which I want to express in a certain way, like maybe doing more push-ups, maybe doing balance, maybe doing more presses and holds. But I'm in a moment in which I'm like, I want to progress and I do not really care. I will like what will make me progress. This is maybe rare, but yeah, this is what's happening. And so yesterday, I've been in a situation in which I was kind of in a shitty state after 2 to 3 days of rest. But as mentioned, it's mainly due to my eating disorder crisis. And so I decided to do a workout that I was thinking was the good one. Like, I decided to go for strength workouts in which you have to push certain limits and all this stuff. And I've done it. It was pretty hard. Because what was predicted by Adrian in terms of performances in sets and extra, I wasn't able to achieve even one thing. I was so weak that, yeah, I was just downgrading each exercise. And so I've been through extra. I was genuinely thinking that it was the best choice I could do. And Adrian just responded me like,
Yo, quand j'ai vu ton état de forme sur les tentas, directement, je me dis que la séance force, c'était pas du tout la bonne solution. T'es censé être beaucoup plus fort pour réussir la séance force. Et preuve ensuite dans la séance où t'as vraiment pas réussi à bien faire quasiment aucun des exercices en fait. Parce que si t'étais en forme, les temps sous tension et les volumes auraient été bien supérieurs sur chacune des séries. Alors que là, justement, c'est un petit peu tremblotant et justement, t'en tireras pas grand-chose.
okay, and so the point I wanted to come on to with this little story is that now we measure, now we know that there are moments in which you have to all in, and there are moments in which you just have to hold on and wait a bit. Being aware of that is relieving because the opposite of this situation is being frightened by the FOMO, the fear of missing out any gains because you do not work out, the fear of not harvesting progress, or even worse, losing progress because you do not do enough. And it's hard to stand the position I'm trying to stand right now because, yeah, in a lot of situations, maybe people need to just shut up and do the work. But I think I will try to make this accessible. You have to consider first your natural tendency. Which type of individual are you when it comes to this kind of situation? If in the majority of the situation you work out anyway, there are high chances that you need way more than you think to just do nothing purposefully, or something really different, like a really specific training for this, for your situation, I mean. If typically you are a kind of person who naturally has something like 3 days of rest a week, maybe not, maybe you have a right rhythm, but honestly, if you have some 7 to 10 days streak of training, there are high chances that you've overtrained. And then when I mean overtrained, it's not like you haven't burnt yourself out. It's just that there are trainings that were useless, and that's okay. We all do waste. It will hit my ego to talk about it, but I'm a kind of person who had stopped doom scrolling like for maybe 1 year, 2 years, and I came back on this shit a couple weeks ago, and like today I wasted an hour or maybe two on doom scrolling, and it's hard for the ego. But how do we get back on track? Well, we act and we do not mind on the situation. Like, personally, in order to just get out of this, I just tell to myself, okay, I talk out loud. You've done shit. You actually do not care about others' life this way, actually. Or I do not want to invest that much time in looking at others' life. And yeah, I wasted time, but that's okay. And now I know what I have to do. I know that I've been running away from my responsibilities and what I truly want to do, but now I'll go for it. And it's as simple as that. Maybe you need to act differently, but the point is here, if you've done mistake, it's not like you just deepen yourself even more by not facing it. You have to hurt your ego to some extent. That's about it, actually. Yeah. I think I do not need to go further. Maybe I could, but you know the truth inside you. So just act for it. Spend your time mindfully. Take care of you, and see you.